now, ladies and gentlemen,
The Funky Butt Club is proud to present
the divas who believe her,
the legend, the icon,
The man who put the I am in iambic pentameter.
the toast of Mayfair.
It's the musical show.
dang, dang, diggity, dang, 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 diggity, dang, dang. Tina, you're on.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to the musical show on Spreaker.com. I am, of course, your host, Matt Stevens. Twitter at the Matt Show 365, Instagram at the Musical Show 365. If you want to do a little follow, I don't really do a lot on those things, but I do sometimes. And I do, especially on the Instagram, I do post of what I'm listening to. And there's some good audition songs on there if you want a few ideas. I put a couple up this week if you want a few ideas, but you can do that if you want. So welcome, everybody. Hope everybody had a nice couple weeks in there. We had Valentine's Day, excuse me, got marbles in my mouth apparently, Valentine's Day this past week. So in honor of that, and not really honor because I think Valentine's Day's a crock, but whatever. People who are low to say that. We're going to do love songs, but we're not going to do necessarily a typical love song show. In the past, I've done it a couple different ways, where I did an alternate love song show and I did a love song show, and then I did a love song show that was both alternate and love song. And when I say alternate, I mean like but unrequited love songs, things like that. Anything other than a overture of love to or about another person who's an adult is an alternate love song to me. So we have a bunch of them. Like we're going to do a little family, not family love in a weird way, but like, parents talking about kids and brothers and sisters, things like that. We do have a little unrequited love. We have some sad ones. We have some ones that when they're played in the show are really wonderful and turn out to be really sad later. We have a lot of different ones for you from all over the spectrum, including one of my favorites describing the best moment of love to me, which is that first moment you see someone and your whole body just sort of like shuts down. But we'll get to that. That's a little bit later. But we got a bunch of ones we haven't played in a long time, a bunch of great shows that we haven't heard in a long time. So we've sort of expanded a little bit here for this particular week. Where we're going to start is with Personals. And if you don't know anything about Personals, it was a review show. It's about people. Now, this doesn't exist today, but, well, I guess it does, but in a different form. It would be called like dating app today, right? That's what this show would be called right now. It'd be called like Tinder or Bumble musicals, right? What it was people used to, for those of you who don't know, people used to leave ads in the newspaper, and they were the personal ads, and it was like a weird sort of backwards way of trying to find somebody to date. And so people would leave these ads in the newspaper, and they were called the personal ads. And so they wrote a musical about personal ads for people to find dates and all that sort of stuff. So this is the saddest one I have for you today. I figured I'd just put it right at the beginning, and that way we can just, move on from there. But it's a wonderful song, and I think you're going to love it if you haven't heard it before. This is Rhea Jones from Personals with Michael on The Musical Show on Spreaker.com.
Hello, Michael. Did I wake you? Guess who saw you? Eileen Mittner. You looked happy, so she told me. If you're busy, I can call back. Well, I have this stupid favor. You can really just say no now. If you want to, you can really. If you want to, just say no. You looked happy, so she told me. But I wondered, do you miss me? Do you really, 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 Michael, miss me? I still your Sally Aardvark? Are you still my many men? And I have this stupid favor. Would you marry me again? Michael, marry me again. So what's new there? Guess what I did? Started dancing, such a klutzy ballerina. But I like it, keeps me busy. I look great. Guess what I'm learning? How to cook, yeah. Oh, and babe, I bought a bunny, and I named it after you. And I call it Many Men. Well, I'm lonely, guess you knew that. And I love you, really, really. Do you call her Sally Aardvark? Does she call you Many Men? Michael, marry me. Michael, marry me again. Michael, tell me why I left you. Tell me what I thought I would find. Where was I going? Michael, I was out of my mind. Well, I blew it. Guess we know that. And I see now, it was stupid, and I'm sorry, God, I'm sorry, but I love you, can't you see that? Can I come home now? Will you take me? Michael, please, 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 just say yes. Am I still your Sally Aardvark? 'Cause boy, you're still my Many Men. Michael, marry me. Michael, marry me. Michael, marry me. Marry me. Marry me
I never was a courting kind of boy. Them flirting games ain't nothing I enjoy. I hate a girl to give me goo-goo eyes. If she turn her back, I can sneak attack so I can get her by surprise. 'Cause I like love stolen from the cookie jar. I like love stolen on the slide. Oh yeah, I just love snitching what ain't meant for me. Oh, the more forbid, the sweeter taste the pie. A lot of girls are willing to be had. The more I see, the more it makes me mad. You grab 'em good, it doesn't faze 'em. Well, it may be cool by the modern rule, but they're killing all the fun. 'Cause I like love stolen from the cookie jar. I like love stolen on the slide. Oh yeah, I just love snitching what ain't meant for me. Oh, the more forbid, the sweeter taste the pie. The more it's prized, yeah. The more it's Oh, the more forbid, the sweeter taste. The pie.
Let's try it my way.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Boy, last time we did that, you ended up telling everyone you had a crush on the teapot from Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
It's the way they drew her. Only on Spreaker.com.
Like warm and tender, or like cold champagne, like evening walks along a country lane, with the stars coming out one by one up above. Well, that's what it's like. Like love, like bright and sparkling as a Christmas tree, or dark and stormy as a winter sea, like a suck on the chin from a champion's glove. Well, that's what it's like love. How do I know what it is that I feel when I feel what it is that I know isn't real, and I know what I feel is the thing that's confusing me? Merely because this particular thrill is a thrill that I thought was particular, till I discovered the one that I loved was in love with me. That's why the words begin to tumble from my lips, and crazy tingles touch my fingertips, like the needles and pins that you've heard spoken of. Well, that's what it's like love. That's why the words begin to tumble from my lips, and crazy tingles touch my fingertips, like the needles and pins that you've heard spoken of. Well, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. That's what it's like love.
You're the kind of girl I've waited for. I see no use in trying to pretend. I would rather tell you face to face as I stand outside your door that I think I like you more than just a friend. That I think I like you more than just a friend.
You wrote a song
For you!
I want to sing.
Go for it!
You're the kind of guy I've waited for. You're a cutie and your breath does not offend.
Thanks!
I get happy when I see you. It's a thing I can't ignore. This could mean I like you more than just a friend. This could mean I like you more than just a friend.
And I don't want to second guess this feeling that I have.
And I don't want to sit and think it through.
If both of us are
feeling this, and if we're pretty sure, then just maybe this is something we should do.
Because we can't see what the future holds, and we can't see what is waiting round the bend. Maybe this is worth the gamble. Yeah, let's see how this unfolds. There's a good chance that we could be more. This really isn't all that risky.
We'll still be friends, but also frisky.
So let's make the choice.
Let's leap and see.
I'd like to like you more than just a friend. I'd like to like you more than just a friend. I'd like to like you more than just...
That was Adam Chandler Barrett and Patty Murrin with More Than Just a Friend from Fly By Night. Before that, it was Lisa Hull with Like Love from the 1986 London cast of Charlie Girl. And before that, it was Love Stolen from the 2016 off-Broadway revival cast of The Robber Bridegroom. That was Stephen Pasquale and, of course, the revival cast. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. So that was more like different types of love, right? So Love Stolen is creepy. If you listen to the lyrics, it is so creepy. And I'm not sure he's trying to be rapey, but it sounds it, right? Love Stolen sounds creepy. And look, I understand time and place, and I understand, and this is something I've talked about before, is that when I play songs, I don't look at what they are. I take them for the time that they're written, not how they are perceived now. And so that allows me to use everything, or else I would run out of shows in a day. But it just doesn't change the fact that it sounds super rapey and creepy, right? It just does. I like Love Stolen from the Cookie Jar. It's just one of the creepiest lines ever written in musical theater. Just saying. Now, Charlie Girl's a great show, and that's a great song. Like Love is a great. You're looking for like a simple little charm song for a good audition song. It's a great one because people probably haven't even heard of it, to be honest with you, because it never played on Broadway. Charlie Girl played on London in 65 and 86, and it never played on Broadway. Okay, now I'll just read you the synopsis because it's fun. Lady Hadwell, the widow of an aristocrat, is struggling to make ends meet by opening her home to the public. The youngest of her three daughters, Charlotte, known as Charlie, is a tomboy. Their loyal assistant Joe is in love with Charlie. When he learns he has won a fortune on the football pools, he conceals the fact from his employers. In the meantime, her mother is hoping for an engagement between Charlie and an American millionaire. The most memorable and comic moment of the show is when a Cinderella-style takeoff, Charlie has to return her higher evening gown, and the rest of the guests at the ball also decide to cavort in their underwear. Just saying, it sounds fun, and the music is great. It's a great show. Definitely listen to it. You can find it. Where did I find it? Amazon. I found it on Amazon, I think, on their listening, whatever, the listening stuff, And Fly By Night, that one is like Friends with Benefits, right? It's friends or people who are friends who are taking a next step, maybe not a love romantic step, but a moving towards that by the next step in the process, which is friends who then start to become romantically involved. And we'll see where that goes. And of course, Michael is unrequited in every way, shape, and form. I mean, she's begging. It's so sad. Oh, brutal sad. Now, we're going to move on to the Scarlet Pimpernel, okay? So this is where we're going to start our family section. So we have brother and sister here. This is Christine Andrace with Gilles Sechon and the original cast of the Scarlet Pimpernel with You Are My Home on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
There is a child inside my heart tonight. No one can see that child but you. If I hold on to you too tight, you understand. You hold me too.
You are the one who reaches through the dark. When I'm afraid, you warm the air. And when I close my eyes to sleep, you are my peace. You are my prayer. You are my home. You make me strong. And in this world of strangers, I belong to someone. You are all I know. You're all I have. I won't let go.
Others may leave, but you will still be there, touching the tears that fill my eyes.
When I am lost, you are my light. You are the love that never dies. You are my home.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Just love musical theater.
Tradition! Tradition! Tradition!
Only if it's Fiddler.
Only on Spreaker.com.
56 games in a row. Can't beat that.
That's the record, Pop.
Marion Marilyn Monroe. Tip your hat. The best.
Jody.
He made it look easy, but the Yankee Clipper, man, he stood apart.
Why?
Because of his heart.
Because of his heart?
Look to your heart. Hey, who won the last Triple Crown?
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, the Mick. With pain that could tear a man down.
So?
So what's his trick?
Well, he's strong and fast.
Oh, sure, the man's gifted. His gifts, though, are lifted by what he's had inside right from the start. I'm talking about heart. Look to your heart. Being a man means you take what you got and you use it. No, it ain't easy, but use it with honor and pride. Somebody shows you a shortcut, you smile and refuse it. The one road worth taking starts right here inside. Picture the man you could be, then aim true. If you get lost, look to me. I'm here for you. You've got a future, son, I can taste it. You can be anything once you've embraced it. Just use your talent and don't you dare waste it. Promise me right now that you'll be smart. You understand what I'm saying, son?
I think so.
The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. Promise me you won't waste yours.
I promise, Dad.
My boy has heart. Look to your heart.
Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Philip, you outshine the morning sun, my son. When you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around.
My father wasn't around.
I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll make a million mistakes.
I'll make the world safe and sound for you. We'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday, yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
That was Leslie Odom Jr. and Lin-Manuel Miranda with Dear Theodosia from Hamilton. Before that, Richard H. Blake and Hudson Lavero with Look to Your Heart from A Bronx Tale. And finally, before that, it was Brett Carver, Mara Louise, Christy Camahan, and Anthony Crivello with Dear One from Kiss of the Spider-Woman. You're listening to the Musical Show on Spreaker.com. Now, we can have a discussion on whether or not you think Dear One is a love song. I do, and here's why. Now, it's not a classic love song. It's not. It's an alternate love song. But you're talking about people who love each other, who are lying to the people that are in prison, basically, that their prison life hasn't affected them. They're fine without them. They're fine. They're fine. Sometimes showing love is showing mercy to the person that you're talking to, because the truth would hurt them even more. And so the reason I think of that as a love song is because that's what those women are doing. That's what they're doing. They're all doing that for each other to try and make each other's lives better because they love each other. And there you go. Look to your heart. Well, look, folks. Now, listen, you could have loved. Listen, all the opinions on this show are mine. Just because I do not like something doesn't mean that you can't like it. And it doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means that I didn't like it. And you know what? Every once in a while, somebody throws a clunker in the wall. And Alan Menken, to me, this was a clunker. It's love of a father and a son. Just having a day together, right? Just dad imparting knowledge onto his son. It's just love. It doesn't have to be said. It can be implied. It can just be the what they're talking about to each other. Now, when you're talking about Dear Theodosia, my favorite part of this song is not the part where it's two kids who grew up with dads trying to be good dads. It's the first time that you look at Burr as not like a success achieving climbing the ladder robot. I'm going to not say anything to ruffle feathers so I can move up the ladder. And it's the fourth line of the song. When you came into this world, you cried, and it broke my heart. That is the first time that we've seen something from Burr that wasn't anger at being left out or whatever, but not like a human emotion like that, where you just, that's the first time I felt for him. That's the first time, literally the first time. And that line right there is what makes me not hate him as much as I should when he shoots Hamilton. I don't know why. It might be the way Leslie Odom sings it. It might just be the way where the line is placed. It might be because I had to wait so long to hear it that when I first heard it, it stuck out in my head and has ever since. So I don't know. But again, love of a parent onto a child, especially a newborn child, where it seems more prevalent, maybe. Now we're going to get to is an interesting topic, because the thing I love about love songs, especially Broadway love songs, is they tackle these things, and no matter if you're gay, straight, it doesn't matter. You're going to run into these things. These are problems we all have. It doesn't matter if you're talking to a boy, a girl, it doesn't matter, okay? We all run into the problem of sometimes we just don't know how to talk to people. And it's not because we don't know how to talk. It's because you like the person so much. Your stomach is in knots, and you don't know, and you're trying to be perfect. And that's usually the problem, right? You're trying to be perfect for this person that you are crushing it a hard way for. And so you end up fumbling over and making an ass out of yourself usually. And that's where we're going to begin, okay? Not necessarily to the person. It's also things you rehearse in the mirror and whatnot. But it shows the building up of it, right? It shows how the anticipation of it alone can make us go nuts. So here it is. This is Brian Darcy James with When Words Fail from Shrek on The Musical Show on Spreaker.com.
Princess, how's it going, first of all? Good? Good for me, too. I'm okay. I picked this flower right over there is where it grew. And I don't really like it, but it made me think of you because it's pretty, is what I'm trying to say. And you are also pretty, but I like you anyway. So please accept this flower with its petals and a stem, which represent my feelings and tells you how... Oh man, I'm in trouble. When words fail, what will I do? When words fail, how will she know how I feel? When words fail, will I fail too? Hello, fair princess. Oh, look, the moon is out tonight. You remind me of that moon because it's big and bright. And by big, I don't mean chubby. Obviously, you're not fat, but your personality is biggish, is what I meant by that. Sorry about that fat thing, I'm on the hefty side myself. I have to blame the gene pool, which reminds me of... Oh, where am I going with this? When words fail, what will I do? When words fail, how will she know how I feel? When words fail, will I fail to do? I have a snowball's chance. Are my prospects just too grim? I spent my life stuck in the mud. Now I'm crawling out on a limb. If words fail, she'll know what I mean. If words fail, she'll just take my hand. She sees me like no one else has. If words fail, she'll understand. She'll understand.
He thought you were awesome.
He thought I was awesome. My brother?
Definitely.
How?
Well, he said, there's nothing like your smile, sort of subtle and perfect and real. He said, you never knew how wonderful that smile could make someone feel. And he knew whenever you get bored, you scribble stars on the cuffs of your jeans. And he noticed that you still fill out the quizzes that they put in those teen magazines. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. And though he wanted to, he couldn't talk to you. He couldn't find a way. But he would always say, if I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could tell her.
Did he say anything else?
About you?
Never mind, I don't really care
No,
anyways.
no, he said so many things. I'm trying to remember the best ones. He thought you looked really pretty, or it looked pretty cool when you put indigo streaks in your hair.
He did.
And he wondered how you learned to dance like all the rest of the world isn't there. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unlistened. If I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could tell her, but what do you do when there's this great divide?
He just seems so far away.
And what do you do when the distance is too wide?
It's like I don't know anything.
And how do you say I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't know how I would even start. If I could tell her, if I could.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Maybe it's time to take this party to Rydell High.
Oh, sweet, just turned 18.
But she was good. You know what I mean.
I'm Sandra D. That's more of my register. You're Zuko.
Only on Spreaker.com.
I thought that dreams belonged to other men, 'cause each time I got close, they'd fall apart again.
I feared my heart would beat in secrecy. I faced the nights alone. Oh, how could I have known that all my life I only needed you? Oh, almost paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? I swear that I can see forever in your eyes. Paradise. I thought that perfect love was hard to find. I'd almost given up. You must have read my mind.
And all those dreams I saved for a rainy day, they're finally coming true. I share them all with you, 'cause now we hold the future in our hands. Oh, almost paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? I swear that I can see forever in your eyes. Paradise.
damaged, really damaged, but that does not make us wise. We're not special. We're not different. We don't choose who lives or dies. Let's be normal. See bad movies. Sneak a beer and watch TV. We'll bake brownies or go bowling. Don't you want a life with me? Can't we be 17? That's all I want to do. If you could let me in, I could be good with you. People hurt us,
or they vanish.
And you're right, it really blows. But we let go.
Take a deep breath.
Then go buy some summer clothes. We'll go camping.
Play some poker.
And we'll eat some chili fries. Maybe prom night.
Maybe dancing.
Don't stop looking in my eyes. Can't we be 17? Is that so hard to do? If you could let me in, I could be good with you. Let us be 17 if we've still got the right. So what's it gonna be? I wanna be with you.
I wanna be
with you Yeah, we're damaged,
badly damaged.
but your love's too good to lose. Hold me tighter,
Even closer.
I'll stay if I'm what you choose.
Can we be 17?
If I am what you choose.
If we've still got the
'Cause you're the one I choose.
You're the one I choose.
You're the one I choose.
That was Barrett Wilbert Weed and Ryan McCartan with 17 from Heathers. Before that, Jeremy Kushner and Jennifer Laura Thompson with Almost Paradise from Footloose. And finally, Ben Platt and Laura Dreyfus with If I Could Tell Her from Dear Evan Hansen. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And sorry, I had to throw a couple power ballads in there. That's how I live my life. I love a good power ballad. Almost Paradise. I definitely danced in a grammar school dance with my hands on a girl's hips and her arms on my shoulders to Almost Paradise. Absolutely happened. No questions asked. Totally did. And 17 is, it's one thing to take Almost Paradise, which was a song written, I think, in the 80s as an 80s sort of ballad, love ballad, and do that. But it's another thing to write one in, like 2012 and have it be almost like it sounded like it was written in the 80s. And that's what 17 is. It's a great, where you hear that driving, dun, 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 dun. It's so typical of what those ballads should be, right? And it's just written, look, girls all love the bad boy, but not necessarily the homicidal lunatic bad boy. And that's what makes that song a little different, Yeah, we're damaged, badly damaged. But she's trying to get through to him that, like, we can be normal. It's okay. I love you and I'm willing to do this, but you have to let me help you do this. And look, some people will say our love is God. That's a little more homicidal maniac, where I'm not sure he even understands what the word love is at this point. But in this song right here, there is hope that they can turn what is happening around and still have a normal relationship, even though I think they've already killed, I think it's 4 people at that point. It might only be 3. I think it only is 3. And listen, If I Could Tell Her is what I like to call the phantom love song, because you're speaking in they said this about you when it's actually you said this about you. It's great, and it's just so cute's not the right word because it's not that, but it's how I spent a lot of my high school life using words like that. So, it hits a little close to home. And Words Fail, look, all you have to listen to about Words Fail is the end of that song is what you're hoping for. When you go up to somebody and you stumble over your words and you look like an idiot and you don't look like what you're saying. If words fail, she'll know what I mean. If words fail, she'll take my hand. She sees me like no one else has. If words fail, she'll understand. And that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping that if you walk up and say something like, oh, those jeans, something stupid, she'll go, okay, and she'll understand what's happening. That's all you want. That's all you want. Moving on. We're going to kick off the next segment with a little 1994 revisal cast of Damn Yankees. This is Jared Emick and Linda Stevens with A Man Doesn't Know on The Musical Show on Spreaker.com.
A man doesn't know what he has until he loses it. When a man has the love of a woman, he abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love. I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around, but the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday once again be found.
I know what you mean, Joe, only too well. For I am lonely just like you. Lonely for my Joe, my sweet Joe. How really sweet, I never knew. I never really knew. A woman doesn't know what she has until she loses it.
Until he loses it.
When a woman has
When
the
a man
love
has
of a
love,
man,
he
she
abuses
abuses it.
Abuses it.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
When
I didn't know my love, my old love. I didn't know what I had till I said goodbye, old love.
Yes, a woman doesn't know what she has till it is
no longer around, but the happy thought is, whatever it is, she's lost. May someday once again be
You and me, the perfect pair. No one questioned it, who would dare? Others flamed, but they burned out. We kept rolling along. So it's hard to say what happened to us since nothing really went wrong. We know the words, but we've forgotten the song. And now I'm asking if I loved you. What does it matter that I loved you? Whatever way it was I loved you, it wasn't enough to get us the whole way through. I never simply said I need you. I never told you when you hurt how I cry. Some people dare to risk the flack and never hold their feelings back. And what if we had loved like that, you and I?
Off we set, our lives insured, dreams computed, loans secured. Others floundered, had no plan. Our direction was clear, and the fact that leaves me so astonished is never once did we veer. The road was straight and true that brought us to here. And now I'm asking if I loved you. What does it matter that I loved you? Whatever way it was I loved you, it wasn't enough to get us the whole way through. I never asked for what I needed, or let you see my famous strength was a lie. Some people get beyond the fear and really talk and really hear. And what if we had loved like that, you and I?
Some people kiss restraint goodbye and really let the dishes dry and really laugh and really cry. And now I'm asking if I loved you. It's good to ask how much I loved you. Although I always thought I loved you. Our love lacked the stuff to get us the whole way through. I never filled your room with roses.
I never woke you up with music,
or hired a plane to write your name across the sky. Some people take things to the brink.
Some people feel and later think.
I trade the comfort that we bought.
If only once we really fought.
Yes, maybe still we'd not survive,
but we'd at least have been alive.
Have really been alive. You and I. And what if we could love like that?
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Till the plant from Little Shop of Horrors goes back to its planet.
The guy sure looks like plant food to me. The guy sure looks like plant food to me.
You're welcome, America.
Only on Spreaker.com.
You've changed. You're daring. You're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes two. I thought one was enough. It's not true. It takes two of us. You came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took two of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, who can tell if you do? It takes two.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I'd fear we'd stay the same forever. And then, out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes one to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes two of you. It's no fun, but what needs to be done, you can do. When there's two of you, If I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us. As a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Who mind what dangers? I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods, just the two of us beyond lies, safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us, it takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we have none, we've got 3. We need 1, it takes 2.
House while you were gone. The week after you left me, I found a couple acres near Savannah Park. I had a house while you were gone. A house with silver shutters and a driveway laid in marble and thousands of rooms to fill and miles of space to fly. And I tried to believe it. It was better without you. I was safer alone. No, I'd give it all for you. I'd give it all for you by my side once more. Oh, I'd give it all for you. I'd give it all to hold you again, to feel I'm completed, to know there and then that all that I needed was you to fight the fear. And now you're here.
I took a trip while I was gone. I cashed in all my savings and bought an Eldorado. Drove to Tennessee. I took a trip while I was gone. I drove across the country and I stopped at lots of diners and stared at a million stars and thought I could touch the sky. And I tried to believe it. It was better without you. I was finally free. No, I'd give it all for you. I'd give it all for you by my side once more. Oh, I'd give it all for you. I'd give it 'cause the mountains I climb get higher and higher. I'm running from time and walking through fire, and dreams just don't come true. But now there's you.
God knows it's easy to hide. Easy to hide from the things that you feel. Harder to blindly trust what you can't understand.
God knows it's easy to run. Easy to run from the people you love, and harder to stand and fight for the things you believe. Nothing about us was perfect or clear, but when paradise calls me, I'd rather be here. There's something between us that nobody else needs to see. There were oceans to cross,
There were mountains to conquer,
and I stood on the shore.
and I stood on the cliff, and the second before I jumped, I knew where I needed to be.
because it's harder to touch the things that are dearer. I love you too much to trust something clearer. I know I fell too far, but here you
That was Brooks Ashmanskas and Andrea Burns with I'd Give It All For You from Songs for a New World. Before that, Joanna Gleason, Chip Zion with It Takes Two from Into the Woods, and Beth Fowler and James Congdon with And What If We Had Loved Like That from Baby. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. So a man doesn't know, and what if we had loved like that is regret, right? It's regret. And a man doesn't know is they're not divorced or anything, but he, I don't know if you don't know damn Yankees, he leaves to go help the Washington Senators beat the Yankees. He leaves his wife, just leaves her, and he realizes while he's gone that he's been a horrible husband. And it's beautifully sung by the younger version of the character, the older character. He knows that she's his wife. She does not know when they're singing that. So he's singing to her, not really, and she's singing about a person who's left. So it's a very interesting dynamic, but there you go. And Baby's just regret, like, why didn't we do all this stuff for each other? Why did we take the love that we thought we had for granted and not be better at loving each other? And is it because we never really loved each other? We just settled for each other? We don't really know, but it's just regret. Like, that's the best way. You can still love somebody and regret having treated them a certain way, or not love them enough, or not done enough for them, or whatever. It's all love. That's why love is just such a broad topic, because it is all love. It's just not necessarily the love we're used to, where like rainbows and flowers come out of your butt. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. But musical theater is more complex than that, and that's what I love about it. It Takes Two is falling in love again, right? It's just falling in love again. Something happens. No, it doesn't matter what happens, but something happens, and somebody does something that is unexpected, and it's just awakens something that may have been lying dormant due to, apathy. I don't know. It doesn't matter what. But I also love that. It's why Sondheim's just so brilliant. I mean, it takes two, right? Like, this is the couple that's trying to have the baby, and it ended up that they both needed to do it to get it done. Not only the act of getting the spell broken, but also having the baby. So his brilliance just always shines. It takes two as the double meaning of it takes two to have a baby and to get the spell broken, blah, blah, blah. And I'd Give It All For You is just, it's just a great song. It is. I gave it all for you by my side once more. Oh, I gave it all for you. I gave it because it's harder to touch the things that are dear. I love you so much to trust something clearer. I know I fell too far, but here you are. Sometimes you have to get away to realize what you had. Sometimes. And there you go. And hopefully when you do that, you realize what you had and you can get back in time to save what you had, or else it goes away. I've been there as well. We've all been through this, right? As you hear these songs, you're like, man, I felt that before. Ah, crap. I remember that. What the hell? Unless you literally married the first person you fell in love with, in which case, yeah, shut your mouth. Now on to more happy love songs, I promise. We're going to kick things off with a little wedding singer for you. This is Stephen Lynch and Laura Benanti with Grow Old With You on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
I want to make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. Oh, all I want to do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, let you hold the remote control. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Oh, I could be the man who grows old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, take your shoes off and rub your feet. Need you, feed you, and when we play checkers I'll let you cheat. So let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Oh, I could be the one who grows old with you. I wanna grow old with you. Julia, will you marry me?
On one condition. Will you sing at my wedding?
May I have this dance?
You already took it. But now, a Gershwin tune?
No. A Garfield melody.
You wrote a song?
Not yet. I love improvisation.
Paula, on my knees you're so much taller, but to please you I would crawl across the New Jersey Turnpike. She makes my tail begin to wag, and nothing on earth could improve her. And if my lyrics make you gag, I'll apply the Sondheimlich maneuver. Paula, there's no need to overhaul her. I am ready to install her in my heart. Yeah! So let's get wise and improvise some great theater. We'll split a pizza, hit the sheets a little later. Near Paula, my damn electrocardiogram jumps the chart.
You sing to me and I'm elated. You might say ad-liberated.
Though it's impromptu, I'm too calm to sweat.
The serenade that you concocted is what the doctor prescribed, and his prescription seemed unfillable. Still I thrill at every syllable.
Paula, I'm determined to enthrall her. It's a name I'd like to scrawl across the sky with shooting stars, celestial graffiti at least a mile high. I've fallen for Paula, I can't deny. Paula, like a sniper from Angola, shot me down, but I parole her for one kiss. Maybe a French one. I'd be a jukebox till the dawn. I'd give you 3 plays for a quarter. And Mary, all you have to do is turn me on. I'm like a sort of short order Cole Porter. Paula, I'll give you my last dollar. Put me on a leash and collar, Paula. Feed me quiche, yes. For Paula knows if Paula decided to grant my fondest wish, I'd cling like a barnacle, no capiche. keep improvising. Trust a good karma, we harmonize, and love can be like this song.
Paula, what's happening to Paula?
Who knows? So we'll just make it up as we go.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
I had a nickel for every time I spanked it to Birdland Peters.
There are worse things than staring at the water. I should fuzzy photo picture of the slipping on the ferry. I've been getting up and telling to go over to an island in the middle of the river, half an hour from my city. All of sudden.
Sounds like you. Only on Spreaker.com.
She is soft, she is fair, she's my love. She is song, she is prayer, she's my love. Though I reach, though I try, she is braver than I, and is far less of earth than she is of sky. She is moon to my night, she's my love. She is sight, sound and light, she's my love. Still the one heart I own hungers lost and alone for my love's never known. She's my love. Still the one heart I own hungers lost and alone for my love's never known. She's my love. Yesterday I loved you as never before, but please don't think me strange. I've undergone a change, and today I loved you even more. My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning. I openly confess, tonight I love you less than I will tomorrow morning.
Yesterday I loved you as never before, but since this afternoon my heart has changed its tune. Now it sings, I loved you even more. My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning. I tremble at your touch, not nearly half so much as I will tomorrow morning.
Yesterday you seemed as lovely to me as anyone ever could be. Now I see what tricks my eyes can play. Yesterday I must have been utterly blind, or else I was out of my mind, for I find you so much lovelier today.
My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning.
And yesterday
in a little while, just a little while,
as never
you and I will be
before.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But please don't
in a little while, I will see a smile.
I've
on the face of my
undergone
son
a
to be
and
forever.
today
And
I love you even more. My heart cannot be trusted. I give you fair warning. I openly confess. Tonight I love you less than I will tomorrow morning.
That was Alan Case and Ann Jones with Yesterday I Loved You from Once Upon a Mattress. Before that, it was Jerry Orbach with She's My Love from Carnival. And finally, before that, it was Martin Short and Bernadette Peters with Paula, an improvised love song from The Goodbye Girl. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And I mean, only in a Broadway musical would you have something called Paula, an improvised love song, where it turns out to be probably one of the biggest show-stopping numbers in the show, where they're singing, harmonies, and there's a big band, and it's a whole thing. It's a great song, and I'm gonna peek behind the curtain here, if you don't mind. I actually did that song to my girlfriend at the time for my senior recital in college. So there you go. That's who I thought I was going to be. Oh, baby. Didn't work out that way. And listen, Grow Old With You and Paul are just sweet, right? They're just sweet love songs. It's just coming from a place of just pure, just love. Like, this is it. This is who I am. This is it. Now, She's My Love is the realization of love. It just comes out of a very dark place. And if you don't know the plot of Carnival, please read the plot of Carnival, because it is, oh man, it is so freaking convoluted and ludicrous. But like when Jerry Orbach's character has just struck the girl that he's in love with, and that sort of made him realize he was in love with her. And it's very strange. It's just I just love the song. And anytime you can get Jerry Orbach, to sing it, you're good to go. That was Bob Merrill, of course. And Yesterday I Love You is Young Love. My heart cannot be trusted. I give you fair warning. I mean, just that right there, that line right there tells you all you need to know about that song. My heart cannot be trusted. I give you fair warning. And at the end, I love you less tonight than when I'm going to see you tomorrow. And it's that beginning feeling where every day is just such a wonderful day of love. Oh, God, young love, new love. It's so much wonderful, more wonderful than old love. That's the way it is. Speaking of new love, from the Music Man, 2001 revival cast, this is Rebecca Luker with Till There Was You on the musical show on Spreaker.com.
There were bells on the hill, but I never
deserve someone good looking, namely me, someone who as yet ain't tooken, namely me. That is how I'll remain unless you get me, shall we say, in the family way. Come next Sadie Hawkins Day. You craves arms to make you tingle, namely mine, to a bachelor who's single. That sounds fine. Comes the day I no longer bachelor, naturally I'll be true. And who could I be truest to? Namely, you.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Not real gangs, more like those cheesy gangs you see in Broadway musicals.
When you're a jet, all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
You're welcome, America.
Only on Spreaker.com.
You were the best, you win the prize. You made the night effervescent. The voice, the dress, the lows, the highs. It was beyond incandescent. Can it have been I who first found you? Can these be my arms now around you? Such poetry, can you be real? Or are you someone imagined? Who could ever have dreamed up you? What kind of mind could ever have made that face? There couldn't be two in heaven and earth like you. One of a kind, like holding two paradises. I was nothing and nowhere till now. But from this moment I'll only go where you go. I hope is taking a bow. Whoever knew what to do, that someone wonderful who once dreamed of you. Oh, Christine, I'm in love with you. Totally gone, defeated and all askew. I'm feeling it start, a craziness over you. Lead the way on, no matter to where I'll follow. Love completely adoring and you. Can you believe I feel myself soaring? It's true, I love you. And from the very first moment that I saw you, it's really true. C'est vrai, absolument.
Tell me once again, on a scale of 10, was it maybe 6 or 7?
More.
Don't exaggerate, 7.5 or 8, any more than that, I'd be in heaven.
Oh, Christine, I'm in love with you.
Can it even be? Did I hit the G?
I'm gone.
Did I make the trill? Never mind, I will.
And I'll ask you a love.
Was I really
adoring and you?
Did I move the way I should?
Can you believe I feel myself soaring? It's true, I love you.
Billy, please wait just a moment. The words you say, the things I feel are getting a bit confusing. Some things you know, some things you don't. It complicates what I'm choosing. So much to absorb and to ponder. My heart just as yours, growing fonder. I hate to speak, perhaps next week I'll come to an understanding. Who would ever have dreamed of this? That I'd be here with someone comes to so very few. Oh, someone wonderful must have dreamed of
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
Oh, my life has been a series of doors in my face. And then suddenly I bump into you.
I was thinking the same thing. Cause like, I've been searching my whole life to find my own place. And maybe it's the party talking or the chocolate fondue.
But with you
I found my
I see your
place.
face.
And it's nothing like I've ever known before. Love is an open door.
Love is an open door. Love is an open door. With you. Love is an open door.
I mean, it's crazy. We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
I've never met someone who thinks so much like me. Jinx.
Jinx again! Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation. You
and I
were
just
meant to be.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to the pain of the past. We don't have to feel it anymore. Love is an open door.
Love is an open door.
Love can be so much more. With you.
Love is an open.
Oh, okay. What? Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?
Can I say something crazier? Yes! Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Life can be so much more with you.
Love is an open.
Love is an open door.
That was Patty Murrin and John Riddle with Love's an Open Door. Before that, it was Paul Scheffler and Gloria Crampton with Who Could Ever Have Dreamed of You from Phantom. And finally, before that, it was Edith Adams and Peter Palmer with Namely You from Little Abner. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And okay, so I'm just going to say it because it has to be said. Love is an Open Door. The reason I chose that song is because it's one of those songs that I love. It's sort of like Namely You and Little Abner, although that ends up a little bit better, where the love song, when it happens, is so cute and adorable. That song is adorable, right? It's just adorable. It's two goofy kids falling in love immediately because they finally found somebody as goofy as them. And then you realize that Hans is a dick. Right? You realize that he just turns out to be a giant bag of hammers, and all you want to do is punch this guy in the face. Now, it ends up good for Anna, right? Anna, because she ends up with, oh God, I can't, all the names, I can't get, anyway, it doesn't matter, but it ends up good, but it's just, this song is so cute, and then he ends up being such a, oh, you just want to punch him in his face. Who could ever have dreamed? It's just people falling in love. Like, it's just so simple, right? And there's some reservation, I don't know, and then, yeah, you give in because you do. Namely You. Now listen, folks, as I said before, you take a song for when it's written, okay? You deserve a gal who's willin', namely me. One who'd love to have your chillin', namely me. Standing there in the doorway waitin' at the close of day with you all the way to love, honor, and obey. His line, you deserve someone good looking, namely me. Someone who has yet ain't tooken, namely me. So there you go. She has to love, honor, and obey. He has to be good looking and single. And of course, that's when it's written. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying you just have to remember sometimes when things are written because they were just written at a different time. It just was. And that's there's no greater example of that than that song. So again, I'm not condoning it. It's just a nice love song because that's how they spoke to each other when that show, well, that's not a real place, but you know what I mean. When those things were written, that's how they did that. Till There Was You is just realization, right? Life was not as good. It just wasn't until there was you. And that's hard to say sometimes, but sometimes it's just true. Sometimes it's just true. But Hans is a dick. Son of a bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I apologize. If kids are listening, I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's just, he makes me so angry, that character, because that song is so cute. And then he just, he's such a jerk. A jerk face. I hate that guy. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I got a little heated. Now I'm going to calm myself down with one of my favorites. Now, I don't know this for sure because I've never talked to them, but I would imagine if John Kenner and Fred Ebb could tell me, they would say that the Gershwins were their muse for this particular song. If you're thinking of like Shall We Dance or something like that, because that's exactly what this song is. It's so Gershwinian. It's unbelievable, but it's so great. It is so great. So this is David Hyde Pierce, Jill Pace, and the original cast of Curtains, with A Tough Act to Follow on The Musical Show on Spreaker.com.
May I be bold? I never believed in that whole some enchanted evening thing. Until now. The first time I saw you, there was a blue wash on the stage, and they hit you with a pink special. It was
just like a musical, huh, Frank?
I thought, Nikki, I thought to myself, you and I, we could be a tough act to follow. Can't you see special people doing special things? Running rings around any pair, anywhere. You and I, we could stay a tough act to follow in every way if you hold my hand and let the music start. Let the curtains part. Let the spotlight glow. Gosh, I wish I could do that.
Well, you can, Frank. It's simple, really. Just follow me. Stomp, hop, slap, step, stamp, stamp. Stomp, hop, slap, step, stamp, stamp.
Stomp, hop, slap, step, stamp, stamp.
Hey, you've done this before. How about a spotlight of your own? Hey, Harry, put him in pink. Oh, looking good, Frank, looking real good. We'd be a tough act to follow, a tough act to follow, I know.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sure think I am.
Come on, gang!
Step, stomp, hop, step, 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 stomp, hop, step, 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 step.
Tell me.
What a woman! I'll tell you. There once was a man who loved a woman. She was one he slew a dragon for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more.
Tell me.
And there once was a man who loved a woman. She was one he gave his kingdom for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more. My love is a giant, fierce and defiant, but how can I prove it to you? Ain't got no kingdom, no dragon to back up my bragging. How can I show what I would do? I only know there once was a man who loved a woman. She was one he ate that apple for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more.
There once was a woman who loved a man. He was the one that she took poison for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as she. But me, I love you more. And there once was a woman who loved a man. He was the one she swam the channel
A whirlwind, a cyclone on wheels. It rocks my whole solar plexus. It's bigger in Texas. I just can't tell you how it feels. I only know there once was a woman who loved a man. Loved him enough to cause a Trojan War. They say that nobody ever loved as much as she. But me, I love you more, 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 more.
More than a hangman loves his rope.
More than a dope fiend loves his dope.
More than an Indian loves his scalps.
More than a yodeler loves his Alps.
More.
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 There once was man. Loved a woman. She was one he slew by dragon for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me. I love you more. But me.
I love you more.
You're listening to The Musical Show.
Tickets to Wicked?
In Boston. Have fun watching some chubby Chenoweth knockoff warble her way through popular.
Popular. I know about popular.
Enjoy the understudies, Madeline.
Only on Spreaker.com.
Live in my house, I'll be your shelter. Just pay me back with 1,000 kisses. Be my lover, and I'll cover you.
Open your door, I'll be your tenant. Don't got much baggage to lay at your feet, but sweet kisses I've got to spare. I'll be there and I'll cover you.
I think they meant it when they said you can't buy love. Now I know you can rent it, and at least you are my love. Online, be my life. Just slip me on, I'll be your blanket. Wherever, whatever, I'll be your coat. You'll be my king, and I'll be your castle.
You be my queen, and I'll be your moat.
I think they meant it when they said you can't buy love. Now I know you can rent it, and at least you are my love. Online, oh my life. Something as true as this is.
So with 1,000 sweet kisses,
if you're cold and
I'll
you're
cover
lonely,
you with 1,000 sweet kisses.
You've got one nickel only with 1,000 sweet kisses.
When you're worn out
I'll
and
cover you
tired,
with 1,000 sweet kisses.
When your heart
I'll
is
cover you.
expired.
Oh, lover, I'll cover you.
Time stops when suddenly you see her. Time stops, and what you thought you knew changes, and life beyond this moment is better, bigger. Time stops, but still your heart is beating. Time stops, though you don't take a breath. She's there, and all you've ever wanted is nearer, clearer. I used to think the world was small. Now I don't think that way at all. Time stops when dreams come true before you.
fantasy is real. I knew this moment was expected, but this could, who could?
That boy is staring and I feel a chill. I don't know why that boy is staring and the world is still not tumbling by. There's no one talking, but I can hear 1,000 voices. What's going on inside me? That boy is staring. Is it me he sees? I can't be sure if he's staring. Should I try to please or be demure? My hand is trembling, but in this moment nothing scares me. What's going on?
I used to see what lies I had.
Thought my life might be up.
Now I just see this girl instead.
I'm bound for something.
Time stops and troubles are abandoned. Time stops the minute you rise. I've seen the future in this instant, subversive, sublime. I live forever in this moment. If I could stop
That boy is staring and I feel a chill. I don't know
That was Norbert Leo Butts and Kate Baldwin with Time Stops from Big Fitch. Before that, Jesse L. Martin, Wilson, Jermaine Heredia with I'll Cover You from Rent. And, of course, John Raitt and Janice Page with There Once Was a Man from Pajama Game. You're listening to the musical show on Spreaker.com. And, okay, so I didn't see Big Fish, but I love the cast recording of it. I love it. And I'm a huge fan of Andrew Lippa, but I love that song in particular because it is the best representation that I can think of Love at First Sight that I've heard in a long time. It's just like, that's it, because that's what it feels like, right? If you've ever seen someone across the room, if you've ever had that moment, if you've ever like just been somewhere where all of a sudden you see somebody and your just body just stops and you're just standing. It could be you could look at this person for a second, it seems like an hour. It doesn't matter. And that right there, oh, so great. I mean, just in the beginning, the first lines, time stops when suddenly you see her. Time stops and what you thought you knew changes. And life beyond this moment is better, bigger. Time stops, but your heart is beating. Time stops, though you don't take a breath. I mean, it's the same when you both feel it. It's great. I'll Cover You is just sweet. It's just sweet. It's two people that love each other. I'll do whatever you need. I'll be here for you. No matter what it is, no matter where it is, no matter when it is, I will be here for you. There Once Was a Man is like, it's like everything you can do, I can do better, except as a couple against love, the other lovers of the world, and other people who love things. And the funny part about the song is it's a great song. Now, if you know Pajama Game, and I'm going to say something that's going to seem insane, and I apologize for that, but I do that a lot. But to me, Adler and Ross, if Jerry Ross doesn't pass at such a young age, I think it was 29, they are in contention. They are in contention to take over what Rodgers and Hammerstein were. I mean, you're talking about they wrote Pajama Game and they wrote Damn Yankees. And we never got to see what came after that. But they were 2 for 2 big time. Big time. It's just sad. It just makes me sad. But I mean, more than a hangman loves his rope, more than a dope fiend loves his dope. That's my favorite line in all of musical theater history. More than a dope fiend loves his dope, because that's what my grandma used to call it, dope. More than an Indian loves his cup. Again, when things were written. You got to remember when things were written, okay? Just say it. Just say it. And of course, Tough Act to Follow is just wonderful. It's just wonderful. It just makes me happy. It just makes me happy. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another show for you. Hope you enjoyed our love song show at the Matt Show 365, at the Musical Show 365, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great couple weeks, everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye.